Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel for another video today. Today's video is my weekly update where I just like to share all of the things that are on my mind with you guys, as well as just like how my journey is going, what my weight was for last week or this week, how many units I took, what my goals are for the week, all of the Mounjaro related things. If you're new here, my name is Brittany and I have lost over 100 pounds now on Mounjaro and compounded tirzepatide. And I love to share my journey here with you guys. So every Monday I post a video where I just sort of talk about all of the things that are on my mind, all the stuff that I like want to say to you guys, but it can't compile like a whole video. I write it all down and I share it all in this update video. So that is what we are going to be going over today. And I have quite a list. I have a list of 6 different things that I want to share with you guys. So hopefully this video won't get to be too super long, but let's go ahead and just jump right on into it. Some of you guys love my chatty videos. Some of you guys are like, could you shorten this a little bit? So hopefully this will be like maybe a happy medium for everybody, you know? Okay, so starting off strong, we're going to be talking about my weight first. So I weighed in at 154.2 pounds this week. I weigh myself on Thursday mornings before I do my injection. And that is like the official weight that I track every single week. So I weighed 154.2, which is about the same, I believe, as what I was last week. I think I was actually 154.8 last week. So it might've been a slight loss, but nothing that I am like, you know, worried about or concerned about as I am in maintenance at this point. And then Chris did want me to go ahead and let you guys know what his weigh-in this week was. If you guys caught my what I eat in a day from last week, I asked him like what his weigh-in was while I was cooking dinner, and he said that he had gained a couple of pounds. He was, I think, 191. He had been off the week before. The kids had been on vacation and he had eaten more food, whatever, and had gained a couple of pounds. So he did want me to report that he was down to 186.3 this time, which means that he lost all of the weight that he had gained plus like 2 more pounds. So he also said that this marks officially 40 pounds lost for him since November. So when you put together like my weight loss and Chris's weight loss, that means that we have lost 142 to 145 pounds, which is absolutely insane. That's like a legit whole person, that an adult person that we have lost and don't have that weight on us anymore. So pretty cool. I'm like famished. We went on a walk. Me and Kylie did just about, I guess it was about an hour, and I'm like still famished and like haven't caught up. But anyway, okay, so I wrote these in no particular order, but I am going to go over them in order just because it'll help me keep track better. So the next thing is I've gotten several questions lately. I did do I made a post on my community tab about my new vial storage container, but also about the fact that I had received a recent order, a 5-month order from Orderly Meds that I had ordered, and I started getting a ton of questions. And so I figured I would just address them. So the biggest question obviously is my whole new storage container. So this is the one that I got, and I have it linked below. I found this on Amazon. Reddit influenced me to get this. I found it on Amazon for like $12. It's affordable, which is awesome. And then when you open it up, this particular one has enough storage for 15 different vials. I mean, if you search it, it's like diabetic insulin holder or whatever, but it fits all of the normal size tirzepatide, semaglutide, whatever vials as well. So that is really cool. I'm so glad I got this. You're supposed to keep your medicine away from like light. And I never even thought that like, oh, well, the light in my refrigerator, I know it's not a lot, but this just like decreases that even more. And then I have gotten a few questions. Like some people were like, what are those? So these are the leftover Wegovy pens, the 2.4 pens. They don't expire until November 30th. So I don't know. I don't want to waste them. I might like use them, give them to somebody else, like that I know that's on fit, or I don't know what I'm going to do. Chris, maybe, I don't know what I can do that's like ethical, because I'm not going to do anything crazy, you know, so maybe I'll just take them. But yeah, I still do have those. Now, the next question I've gotten a few related to Orderly Meds, which I know not everybody loves this, but I'll just do it really quick, I promise. Is first off, if you're able to still sign up and order. So yes, absolutely. Orderly pre-purchased a lot of medicine from the 503B that they use, and it is being held at a 503A, and so they can actually ship until it is expired, that's the next question. A lot of people want to know what my expiration date is. So my beyond use date for the vial that I just received is, I don't know if you can see that, it's 8/30/2025. So until August 30th, and it is currently March 23rd. It's Sunday, the 23rd, as I am filming this. So quite a long while, but I have quite a bit of stock, as you can see. These two yellow ones are from my original order in November. Then I did a order in January for just 2 vials, which the bud on them is July, I believe. Yep, July 6th. And then these 5 are the August 30th ones. So I am stocked for a while, but yes, you can still order. I have a link down below. You can still sign up. They are still accepting new patients. I think they really sort of went to bat and bought a lot of this stuff, and had ProRx like really making a lot for them. And I've seen on Reddit where some other telehealth or some other compounding pharmacies, there was this one that somebody posted that wasn't related to Orderly, but it was a different pharmacy. It might've been Empower, where they had made like tons and tons and tons. I mean, we're talking thousands of vials that they were selling off, or, you know, they couldn't compound after the 19th. So they were going to sell off to 503As to fill or whatever. They just can't make anymore. So anyway, the link for this will be down below. I love it. So glad I bought it. Also keeps everything nice and safe and in there with the foam, and then Orderly link will be down below as well. Okay. That's the Orderly spiel for today. The next thing I wanted to talk about are my weekly struggles, y'all. I need some tips. So, I have been, as you guys know, on this like journey to eat more protein, okay? And Chris has been doing it as well. He has been eating protein bars and drinking the protein waters and doing all of the things. And something that both of us have noticed is that we are not going to the bathroom as often. And I think that protein is just like sitting in our stomachs and slowing everything down even more. And so I had some issues last week with like pretty bad constipation. Like I think I went 5 days, and then when I did eventually go, sorry TMI, it was like boom, like it hit me all of a sudden, and I don't want that to happen again. So I need all of your tips and tricks for that. I used to take Colace every day, but I stopped because I thought it was solved. And so now maybe I need to start doing that again, but that is something that I struggle with. This past week, it was so bad that I even had like back pain, like lower back, like adult achy pain, which I Googled it and it says it's a thing for constipation, and just like this really full achy feeling in my stomach. It was not a fun time. And I do want to keep my protein levels high. So I need to figure something else out with that. So if you have any tips, let me know. Like I know the Miralax, I know, you know, all the things, but I don't know. If you find a magic thing and you have a link for it, even better. I would love to know what that is. Number 3, I don't know how much I'm going to say about this. So I have been asked a lot over the past week about the whole mochi thing. And like, am I going to talk about it? So, no. Essentially, I don't know Mochi, right? So I've never been with him. I don't know how they do things. I don't know much about their company. I've watched the Downsides interview with Dr. Myra and, you know, things that she said in that interview. And I know a little bit just from what I've read online, but I don't have any personal experience to it. And I don't want to, like, I don't know. Here's what I want to say about this. So I know what's going on with them. However, I think that the compounding community, so like us as users, influencers, non-influencers, people on the internet typing, I think that we are like taking a torch to compounding on our own. You know, like every time, I made a TikTok about this, but every time some new thing breaks about a pharmacy or a telehealth company or whatever, like everybody starts talking about it and it blows up. And I think that like Eli Lilly or Novo Nordisk and all them, they want, you know, the compounding to end. And it's just like we're doing it for them. Like we're scaring people and turning people away from compounding and making it look like it's this awful thing. And, you know, I just want to remind everybody that, you know, every freaking like food thing, like manufacturing plant, every regular pharmacy, everywhere has had violations. And it's just part of it, I think. And it's a good thing that they're going in and getting inspected and having violations against them, because otherwise you would never know. And so I just want everybody to really think about like, who are we actually helping when we like talk about this all the time, you know? And I'm trying to be really mindful as of now to speak about things that, or to not like blow things out of proportion and sensationalize things. So I don't know the whole story, and that's just kind of that. Like you can do your own research and you can do what you feel comfortable with in terms of any telehealth company. It's the same thing with Orderly. You know, when ProRx came out and had issues, I spoke about them but I did it, like I try to do things from a very like level-headed approach, because I feel like that's best in order to lay everything out there, the good and the bad, and lay it out in a way that isn't necessarily going to scare people or turn people off from things, these life-changing medicines that have helped so many people. And if all of these pharmacies are so bad, or if different things have happened that are so bad and the inspection reports were so bad, then I think that we would be hearing about more people having problems with the medicine that they provided. And so anyway, I'm just trying not to sensationalize, not to blow things out of proportion, and not to turn people who may need to find tirzepatide or may need to find semaglutide away from that, because I want you to have it wherever you get it from, unless it's the research ones. Don't do that. But anywhere else, you go right ahead. Okay. The next thing, so I kind of mentioned this, is I started a TikTok. I made a short about this. I'll try to remember to link it below, but I'm just, I thought that it would be fun and I could share more like personal me. And so I started running. You can go join me over there if you so wish. I have found a lot of GLP-1 community people over there that are like super cool. One is like the Lee Gets Fit. I think he's a lawyer, and he actually had a lot of really good things to say about all of the different things, and really good like informative information that you can trust. I really like him. I've shared a couple of his things in my Facebook group. So you can, join me over there if you want to. If not, then, it's okay. I'll see you here. Speaking of my Facebook group, this is something I didn't write down, but I do want to mention it. I mentioned it in the group itself, but I had been, I pretty much approve everybody that wants to come in, right? Like, cause I don't know if you're good or bad until after I find out. And so there was one person in there that I had to block because she was trying to sell tirzepatide for like $250 direct from the manufacturer, right? And so it was a scam, and she was trying to get people to Venmo her and Zelle her. And so I just want you to be cautious of things like that. We're all desperate, but that's probably a scam, and she's probably just going to take your money. So I did block her, ban her from the group. But if you see that sort of thing going on in other groups, just, report the things so that the administrative people of those groups can see, because that is something that needs to be done, obviously. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about is the court update. My thing was dying. I had to hit a button. Okay, so there was a pretty crazy update recently in the whole FDA lawsuit thing. So essentially, the FDA and the OFA have agreed on something, which is pretty cool. That's hasn't happened lately, but essentially what they both want at this point is for the judge to sort of end this trial and make a summary judgment on it and essentially rule in favor of the FDA. So, and the reason why the OFA wants this is so that they can then appeal the entire judgment and not just the preliminary injunction in the lower court. And so that is pretty interesting news. I think that they have actually even set a court date for that when the judgment will be made. And so that is something to watch out for. It's just going to keep unfolding. I think everybody knew that they would appeal it. It's just now that if there's a judgment made, then they can appeal the entire thing and not just the preliminary injunction. So that might actually be a better idea for them and a better road to go down, and end up in a more beneficial state for all of us. So yeah, that's pretty cool. First time they're like, oh yeah, we both want this. It's pretty interesting, how things can work in favor for both parties, but not, you know what I mean? Quite interesting how the law works. And if you do want more info on that Lee Gets Fit guy is really good. And he is, like I said, a lawyer and shares a lot of stuff on that. And I like going to sources like that, the people who actually know what they're talking about, to say things. So again, something I'm trying to do. So you can definitely go there and check him out on TikTok. And I think he's been on the pen a few times as well. Okay, so the last and final thing that I wanted to talk about this week are my goals for the week. So we all know I'm in maintenance, and that I am just, trying to work on muscle building and hitting protein goals and all of that. So my goals for the week are 100 grams of protein per day. I'm usually anywhere between 90 and 100 grams a day. And I'm okay with that right now. Especially with this constipation issue. I want to obviously get higher, but I don't want to kill myself either. So 100 grams protein a day is my goal. I want to go on 4 walks this week. It's going to be super nice. Every single morning I should be able to go after I drop my daughter off at preschool, get my good long walk in before my niece gets here to nanny. So I should be able to do that. There's no reason why I should not do it. And I think I can even sneak an extra walk in. It's swim practice. So I'm going to do that this week. And then also I want to lift weights 3 times this week. I've been trying to do that over the past several weeks. I've I've been averaging probably twice a week, but I need to work on these arms, you know, before summer. So 3 times a week is the goal for that. And that will be either at home, I have weights here, or at the gym, whichever I feel like doing. Actually, maybe swim time. Instead of going on a walk, I'll go lift weights because I'll have access to all of the weight machines. Smart thinking. Okay, and then the final goal for the week is to drink 120 ounces of water daily. Now, you guys know that I love my seltzer water. Okay, but I need to drink more regular water. And so since it's been warmer, I've actually found myself leaning towards more just like regular water, or the protein water or whatever. So I don't think that that should be hard for me to do. I've been doing 100 ounces a day, like 80 to 100. I pushed it up a little bit to challenge myself this week. So I think that's my update for the week. I have a good slated content for you guys for this week. I was doing some work earlier, planning it all out. I think that we're going to have our first, hopefully our first interview this week, which would be amazing. And you guys are going to love the first guest. Yeah, you're going to love her. So stay tuned for that. I'm hoping I can get that out later this week if she and I's schedule can align. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Tomorrow's video is going to be a little bit heavier. You guys will see what I'm talking about. It's going to be my story, my full story. So I've been putting this off for a while, but I want to share it before I start sharing other people's stories. So I got to do it. Got to do it, Brittany. I got to just film it and get it out of the way. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you have a great start to your week, and yeah, see you soon. Bye, guys.